He was working on the railroad 9 to 5. Next thing we know, we're saying, is he alive? Phineas Gage got a spike through the head.
You should have just seen how much he bled.
Ever since that day, his emotions were all whack.
The old Phineas was never ever coming back.
The damage was to his lobe.
Frontal, that is.
Because of this, he couldn't go back to the railroad bit. Wicka wicka, switching it up. Speaking of the lobes, let's go through them.
The cerebral cortex is biggest in the human.
It is divided into 4 parts.
And they are the following, as you see on the chart.
Frontal, parietal, occipital. Oh wait, don't forget temporal. The cerebral hemisphere has 3 cortices. Maybe that's why it's bigger than any other species. The first cortex is the sensory, which reminds me of a little story
about a nice little girl whose name was Tori. Due to damage in her occipital lobe, her visual cortex couldn't fully probe.
In addition to visual and the sensory, in this cortex also lies somatosensory and auditory.
Auditory, which has Broca's area and Wernicke's area too, which is how we're here breaking it all down for you.
The motor cortex is pretty easy to understand.
Neurons here control the movement in your hand.
And last but definitely not least, the cortex that makes the cerebral one piece.
It performs complex cognitive tasks
like connecting words with images, so you don't even have to ask. Just for verification,
duh,
it's the association. Wicka wicka wicka. Hey Reagan, did you know?
What?
The brain is divided in 2 parts. Let me show. There are 2 sides, each one unique.
The corpus callosum divides his physique.
When people get the shakes
and start making mistakes,
the doctor says, don't worry, there will be no more pain,
because now we'll perform the split brain.
In your brain, the left side controls the right, and vice versa, even with your sight.
One side of your body is always going to be stronger than the other, which is why you use your right arm when you punch your brother.
The body consists of 2 systems of nerves.
The brain and the spinal cord, the central preserves.
And don't you be forgetful.
Oh yeah, the peripheral.
Peripheral.
Somatic nervous system transmits the info. That's why when MASH is preaching, y'all are like, whoa! The autonomic nervous system is like the UPS. It transports messages from organs to the CNS. Ever wonder why you know how to react when a scary creature is running at your back?
The sympathetic branch tells you whether to fight or run, and the parasympathetic stores energy so you can have fun.
Moving through your head.
The spinal cord connects to the medulla oblongata.
Breathing, heart rate,
does a lot of.
Don't drink too much or you'll start to puke. The medulla's got your back. It ain't no fluke.
Next is the network of netting the reticular formation. The fibers up in her.
Make you pay attention.
The next part up is the cerebellum. It helps at skills like walking with a chum. It keeps you balanced on 2 feet, so when you be creeping, you'll keep it discreet. The midbrain is what keeps you smooth, with the substantia nigra guiding your moves.
Moving up to the front, now it's time for a little stunt.
That didn't have anything to do with the brain, but it rhymes, so it's all the same.
Here we have the thalamus in the forebrain that deals with your senses and things like pain.
The
hypothalamus controls the 4 F's: food, fight, and flight, and
you can't say that in school. But don't you see? The hypothalamus is the brain's own tool.
It's an internal alarm clock without the ticks. It can even help you wake up at 6. So why back did Phineas go whack?
Because his thing affected the limbic system is where all the emotions be at. So look, we know this brain stuff is complex.
But take a page from MASH.
Get obsessed!
So spread your knowledge around for the super quiz tomorrow, cause it's going down! Alright.